This is Sharonda, and this is my YouTube and podcast channel, Magic Mind Medium. Today being Wednesday, as I promised, I was going to do the past life, ancestral past life reading. So I want to start off by saying that this podcast and YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. So, um, I am going to use my Egyptian tarot cards for this reading, along with my past life cards, as well as my uncover your past life oracle cards for this reading today. All right, so the spread that I'm going to use is referred to as the Shin. Now let me get it, because I took and drew out the Shin. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to proceed with spreading of the cards. All right. So I am just going to randomly pick 12 cards, and then the 12 cards are for the Shin for the past life are going to be from the minor arcana part of the deck, and then three cards A, B, C will be from the major arcana part of the deck. So we're going to proceed to do that now. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. All right, so Father, give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding as I do this reading. And let's proceed to laying of the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like I'm short two cards. Let's go ahead and pull two more cards. It's supposed to be pulling 12. I'll pull 10. Alrighty. All right, so I have the cards pulled. And then I'm going to pull the three additional cards here, which are the major arcana cards. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty. So I'm going to begin to lay the cards, turn the cards over. Alrighty. So there is a guide to the cards, which is the Egyptian tarot card. All right. So If you are tuning in or will be tuning in, I would say that it maybe applies to you. Some of it may resonate with you. Take what resonates with you. Okay. Now, so card one, and I think let's see if I'm able to open up this twice. Let's see if I'm able to open up the Egyptian tarot twice. And I am. All right, so one part will be me reading off the guide, um, the actual cards, the meaning of the cards, and the other one will be me reading the actual spread. Okay. All right. So this reading is an ancestral past life reading. If you just so happen to be tuning in, it may be for you. So we're going to go work on the interpretation of the card. Card one. This is what I have for card one. And that is, I want to say that's the Queen of Swords. We're going to go down to the Queen of Swords. Yes, the Queen of Swords. All right. So card one, the Queen of Swords. It says it corresponds to the querulant's character and basic personality, as well as to his general attitude to life. All right, so if it's in relation to, if you are a woman, it's in relation to your character. If you are male, it's in relation to, again, your character, your attitude towards life is what the chorus indicates here. Alrighty. So it mentions a Queen of Swords, the Lady of Revenge. A woman brandishes a long dagger threateningly. Positive, woman alone or widow with a difficult character. Separation, melancholy. Sterility, feeling of revenge. The negative mentions malice, bigotism, falsity, hypocrisy, ill intentioned woman, tremendous revenge. So, just in pulling this, something lets me know this is a past life. So, this is by way of those um, who are in your family lineage who is one of um, something to be conveyed in terms of your character and your attitude towards life. Very vengeful, um, tremendous revenge, and things of that nature. I'm just reading the cards as it may. And it is a guide. And like I said, I chose this, I want to say it was yesterday or day before. Yes, to do the Shin spread. I chose to go with this spread because it's very interesting. When I started to read over this particular spread, and it's about 10 different spreads with the Egyptian tarot. So this is the one I chose. All right, so we're going to proceed to card two. This is what I have for card two. So what is card two? Well, let's go up and let's see what it mentions in regards to card two. So the Knave of Swords, Mayat's Scribe. This is card two. So it mentions that card two illustrates the problems currently inflicting you being the male or female. What are some of the things that are afflicting you? And the sun just begins to brightens up. All right, so it could very well resonate with a male versus a female. Okay. So it says, a man is writing on a tablet. There is a sword above him, the symbol of Mayat's goddess of justice. So this may be someone who may need, who feel very vengeful because of uh, needing to feel vindicated. The positive mentions lawyer, spy, agent at work, surprising news, ciphered messages, secrecy, vigilance. Negative, unpreparedness, improvidence, swindler, occult enemy, and black magic. So just in pulling card two, again, we're going to go back to what card two represents. Uh, Problems illustrates the problems inflicting him. So this is someone who I feel who does not want, based on this here. This reading is in relation to, I think, old wisdom and lineage to give a explanation about a particular person and why the things that are going on in their life are going on. I get the sensibility of feeling judged or being watched or surveillanced. Okay, so we're going to proceed with card three. This is card three. Card three is the eight of chalices. So we're going to proceed to the eight of chalices. Let's see. Let's go to the chalices. All right, so let's get to the eight of chalices, which is card three. So card three mentions it represents his family and environment. So this is a representation of your family. I get eight of chalices. So the eight of chalices says papyrus buds. Papyrus flowers that bend over towards the side symbolize maturing that stops. The positive mentions illusions, odd visions, fancy, unlikely plans. The negative says fruitful desires, vain ambitions, delusions, much effort for nothing. So this could very well be how one feels about one's family or family union, if that makes sense to anybody. So this is some energy that I feel that perhaps something is going on internally with you. So let's proceed to card four. This is card four, which is the eight of pentacles. Let's go down to the pentacles. Let's see. Okay. So card four indicates his relationship with children, education, and his preferred pastimes and pleasures. So this is in regards to relationships with children, education, and pastimes and pleasures. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles mentions the sacred tree, the palm, symbolic support of palaces and temples. It's the symbol of victory, ascension, regeneration, and immortality. The positive mentions stability, recognition of professional skills, manual and commercial ability. Um, Negative mentions vanity, cupidity, usury, search for easy gains. So I honestly feel as though just in reading this, just lets me know that um, you do have, based on what is being presented on these cards, that you do in regards to professionalism, relationship with children, education, that you do um, have an interest in those things, that these things are relevant and important to you, because I pulled the Eight of Pentacles card for this particular reading. Now, the next card, card five, is the Seven of Pentacles. And so, card five represents talks of travel plans and correspondence. All right, so it says the royal diadem, a head covering of ostrich feathers surrounded by seven coins, is the symbol of power and well-being. The positive mentions recovery, harvesting the fruits of one's own work, exchange, start of business. Negative mentions impatience, apprehensions, anxiety, need for money, financial difficulties. So I do believe that you will have some adversaries to come against you in terms of um, plans and correspondence, but ultimately, based on the cards, what you put in is what you get out, so to speak. So I do show that there is some favor there, but don't allow the distractions along the way to get you thrown off. And what are the distractions? Well, anxiety, it mentions financial difficulties. This is card six, which is the Eight of Wands. So we're going to go up to the Eight of Wands. So I don't know if actually doing the actual guide for this particular reading will be conducive in the future. But I will continue based on the fact that this is the first time. Okay, so this is card one, two, three, four, five. Card six, which is the Eight of Wands. Now let's see what it mentions about card six. So it says gives indications about his study companions, work colleagues, and business partners. So business relationships, those that you are in some type of business arrangement with. So the Eight of Wands mentions the papyrus bud. It says symbols of extreme youth. The bud represents the still unimpressed potential of harvest generated by Isis in a papyrus garden. Positive says creative tension, industrious activity, mobility, exaggerated ambitions, presumption. The negative says second thoughts, disputes, self analysis, inner conflict. So I think in regards to business propositions, I honestly feel as though, based on the course, it may seem as though there may be a clash in egos or personality in terms of business. You may be the type of person that is better off being an entrepreneur as opposed to um, working on a consistent basis in a business. If that makes sense to anybody, like you may need to work um, as an entrepreneur and may have consultants, someone that can come in for a goal, and then when that goal is done, okay, you're done. Because based on the cards, it seems as though there is a conflict or a clash in egos or personality types when it comes to business relations. Based on the cards, one, two, three, four, five, six. This is card seven, which is the Three of Chalices. The Three of Chalices. So let's proceed to go back to the chalices. Okay, so one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yes, this is card seven, which is the Three of Chalices. So the guide mentions that card 7 represents profits, wealth, estate, and property. So how would things work in terms of money, uh, wealth, estate, and property when we have three of chalices? The three of chalices says the papyrus scepter. This amulet worn around the neck by the pharaohs is destined to give vigor and new youth. The positive mentions growth, career advance, toast to success, relief, healing, happy ending to an undertaking. So I honestly feel as though if you do what I just mentioned in terms of in entrepreneurship versus actual a partnership, you should thrive in your business venture. The negative says move, excesses, small arguments that carry on over time. Right. If you don't, then you will get that negative energy to come in. Because some people work best alone, and that hence the reason why you will want to go in business for yourself, anyways, versus working for someone else. So it may be conducive that you work alone and you just have consultants to come in and give their opinion, and then boom, it's done, over and done with. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Ten of chalices is in the eighth card position. Ten of chalices. Let's go down to ten of chalices. So card eight said talks of love, sexuality, marriage, sentimental relationships. So how are things with you in terms of love, relationships, and things of that nature? Well, it mentions the chalices of souls. So the god Horus surrounded by 10 chalices, symbols of the hearts containing the souls destined for reincarnation. So the positive mentions happy union, harmony in the family, with friends, or in society, good reputation. The negative mentions ill-watered efforts, badly placed trust in the nation, and violence. So I honestly feel as though, based on me pulling this card, which mentions the symbols of hearts containing souls destined for reincarnation, you may be a bit of a player, is what it lets me know. Like you are the type of person that require multiple, you get bored easy based on what I have here with the cards. Um, so that does not necessarily mean that marriage is not in the works for you. No, it just means that you just have this um, player, quote unquote, type of way about yourself. All right. All right, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, and then this can go. I mean, it's not necessarily gender specific. It can go for a male as well as a female. So we have card one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Card nine talks of health, illness, and psycho physical energy. So how are things are in relation to your health and things of that nature? Well, we have the Four of Swords. Let's see what the past life energy cards or each Egyptian tarot cards mention about health. Alrighty. So it says Taurus, revenge, a tear eye above and a dignitary below are separated by four crossed swords. Symbols of revenge planned by Horus on ill-doing self killer of Osiris. Hmm. The positive mentions vigilance, apprehension, sense of isolation, prison, withdrawal, solitude. Negative says saving, excessive precautions, and will. I think you need to take note of your health. It's based on what the cards mentions here. Based on the cards. And this is card nine. I show that you have some negative energy coming at you. Psychophysical energy is what it has indicated here that may have some effect on your health if it has not already. So I am going to say that you very well may need to get your chakras balanced and get your stress and your emotions intact because based on the cards, to me it it seems as though a lot of what is going on is driven by this card has more pentacles in it than anything. So it's really driven by emotion tied to material aspects of life. Is what it lets me know based on the cards. Like I feel as though it's your emotions tied to material things, if that makes sense. Stress, ultimately. Uh So we're going to do card 10. This is card 10, which is the Six of Pentacles. So card 10 indicates material and spiritual ambition. So we're going to see what the Six of Pentacles indicates for the reader. Yeah, I honestly show that you have a lot of emotions tied to material things because Pentacles, just to put it all in a nutshell, Pentacles has a lot to do with material aspects of life. The Wands has a lot to do with your willpower and life force. The Wands card's gonna come up once in this reading. Um, Swords has a lot to do with mind and intellect. We have three cards that are swords that comes up, and the chalices feelings. Right. So the chalices we get four of the chalices, we get four of the pentacles. So that lets me know your feelings are tied to material things based on the cards that I pull here. All right, so let's go down. This is card 10, and we're going to go down to the Six of Pentacles. Again, card 10 has a lot to do with your the material and spiritual ambitions. Material and spiritual ambitions. It says the papyrus sheath. The bundle of papyrus symbolizes the triumph of those who have overcome the initiatory trials. I also like to mention that this podcast and YouTube channel is for entertainment, informational, and sometimes educational purposes. All right. Again, the bundle of papyrus symbolizes the triumph over those who have overcome the initiatory trials. Positive mentions help given or receive. Collaboration presents, rewards, gratification, restitution. Is what it mentions. Negative says envy, jealousy, illusions, false generosity. So what does this says about you? What it lets me know is that I get a lot of flakiness and fakeness and phoniness is what it lets me know in regards to material and spiritual ambitions. And oftentimes, as the saying goes, God likes a cheerful giver, if that makes sense to anybody. That means we're not doing it just to have something to say or for a show. We're actually doing it because we are concerned about the well-being of the next man, woman, right? So you got those type of energies when they feel some type of way about themselves. They want to be gratitude. They want to, of course, you want to show gratitude either way when someone gives you something, right? But you have some people that are so superficial that when they give you something, they want it. They want you to constantly um is not authentic. So based on this card, the cards here, authenticity, how you feel emotionally in regards to things, material things manifest in your spiritual. right, in your soul. Those things in turn can manifest into physical ailments. This is why I have card 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Card 9, which has the 4 of swords in relation to health. This card, this and the sun comes out. This reading has a lot of swords and a lot of pentacles surrounding it. I'm sorry, chalices and pentacles surrounding it. So it lets me know that this is somebody who is superficial, is what it lets me know. Very superficial. You want to get things in check. You want to get that in alignment. You want to get it in order. Is what you want to do. All right, the next card that I have on the past life oracle, past ancestral past life reading. Well, this is card 11. So let's go back to card 11 mentions represents your relationship with institutions, with the law and religion. All right, so we're going to go to back to the chalices. Let's see, where are the chalices? Okay. So this is the chalices. Okay. Knave of chalices, card 11. The knave of chalices represents your relationship with institutions such as law and religion. So what does the knave of chalices mentions? Anubis priest. A scribe is writing on a tablet. Above him there is a vase, symbol of the heart containing the soul of a dead person submitted for justice. Positive says young scholar, confession, good omens, meditation, rich interior. Negative says sincere attachment, excessive demonstration of affection. So I honestly feel as though this right here lets me know that perhaps you truly have some good intentions, but you are the type of person that wants to be vindicated, is what it lets me know based on the cards. Like, you know how you have some people that they are good at heart, but when they get around certain people, they want to put on a show, put on a, show off or show out. Yes, it's a lot of fake and phoniness. We need to work on that because this is what I have in the cards here. Now we're going to end with this one here. This is card 12. It says it represents friends. So let's get a synopsis about. It says friends, acquaintances, or occasion contacts with people. We have this one here. All right, let's go and see. Well, how are things with friends? Well, we're going to find out. Let's go to the Pentacles. Let's go to the Pentacles and we will find out. All right, give me just a moment. All right, so this is the Ace of Pentacles, which is card 12. And again, let's proceed back to what 12 represents. So 12 has a lot to do with friends, acquaintances, and occasional contacts with people. So what does the card says in regards to friends, contacts, and occasional contact with people? Well, the Ace of Pentacles, Ra Atan's glory, ray of lights, and we've been having ray of lights just coming in, coming in, coming in. Rays of light in the forms of hand symbols of, I'm sorry, of the beneficent, symbols of beneficent power. Let's look this word up before I proceed. Beneficent. Beneficent. Generous or doing good. All right. Let's go back. Shine from a solar disk decorated with ostrich feathers onto the earth. The positive says favorable moments, win, increase of capital, great success, propitious occasion. The negative says intelligence used for evil, unlawful earnings. So again, I think as I mentioned, you are the type of person where when you get around certain people, you put on a front, if that makes sense to anybody, right? Okay. Flaky, phony, can't be trusted, sideways, fair weather type. People like that really don't trust people that are like that. They can't be trusted. So this is based on, and I'm getting the bright lights again. So this is based on what the energy that is being pulled by your family is letting me know about you as an individual, you as a person. Do I feel as though you're the worst person in the world? You are a bad person? No, I don't. But I do believe that there's, based on the course, it shows a little bit of flakiness, phoniness, and fakeness there. And oftentimes, when people detect that in certain individuals, they don't trust them. That's what it lets me know based on these cards. Now we're going to proceed with the ABC cards, which will be with my major arcana cards. So we're going to proceed to go up to these cards so I can do the reading with these particular cards. All right, so I'm going to turn them over. And we're going to proceed. All right. So we all will have been fate at one point in time in our life, right? Um, or flaky. I'm not gonna say fate, but flaky. But something lets me know that whoever this reading resonates with, you are a very phony person. It's very superficial. It's what it comes across based on the cards, based on the energy that I'm getting from those in your past to let you know about certain energies, right? Um, do I feel as though it makes you a bad person? Not necessarily. So card A is the full card actually. So the full card is card A, and card A indicates the elements that are favorable to you. Um, so let's go and let's read. It says the crocodile expiation, number 300. So it mentions that S equals 300 and expresses the punishment that follows every mistake. Here you see a blind man burdened with a full haversack who blunders into an overturned obelisk on which a crocodile is lying in wait with his jaws open. This blind man is a symbol of the man who has made himself a slave to matter. His haversack is full of his mistakes. The overturned obelisk represents his work in ruins. The crocodile is the emblem of an implacable fatality and inevitable expiation. So it says, again, we're going back to what core A represents. Elements that are favorable to this person. Well, the positive says detachment from material worries. So this is something that you need to be concerned about. This is what they're saying, that you need to detach yourself from material worries. I just mentioned this. Oddness, foolishness, incomprehensible actions, lightheartedness, fakeness, in other words. Troubles, holidays of the body and the mind, indecipherable acts or words, creative tension is what it lets me know, because I do feel as though when you put your head space and your emotion towards something in this life existence, you will have those spirits that will help to facilitate a transition, right? Based on you. The negative says uncertainty, hesitation, lack of initiative, escape from reality, breaking of all relationships with the world, impulsiveness, blind instincts, recklessness, stupidity, insensitivity, and slavery. That's what it lets me know based on these cards. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to card B. This is card B. And I am going to pull up, it looks like that is 19. Let's go to card 19. And we should be bringing this to a close. Let's see, within the next, say next 10 minutes. All right, so let's go to card B. Card B mentions contrary elements. Contrary elements. It has the sun here. I'm not going to go into all of the description of the sun, but it says shining light, happiness. I honestly feel as though, based on this, you're not happy. Whoever this reading is for, I get the sun come out again. That's my confirmation. You're not happy, whoever this reading is for. The positive says harmony, friendship, serenity, sincere feelings. Again, sincere feelings, love, happiness, satisfaction, positive period, solutions of problems, artistic illumination, faithful collaborators, glory, honor, and fame. The negative mentions vanity, hypocrisy. I just mentioned this. Frivolity, egoism, irritability, susceptibility, incomprehension, unhappiness, unsurmountable difficulties, unjustified obstination, lack of friends, delayed success, or success achieved with enormous suffering. I honestly feel as though this is contrary to, this is something that you are wanting to feel. I show, based on these cards, that there is a lot of unhappiness within you that is affecting your health based on card, let's see, that is 10. Card 10, which has a lot to do with health, mental health as well. Now we're going to go to card C. And it looks like that is the number 8 there. So let's go down to the number 8. So some of the things that you may want to do in a situation like this, get your headspace right and get your energy right. I don't know if it's some energies that you're picking up on or you may have around you or what have you, but you need to get your energy intact. Balance your chakra, do a chakra cleansing, and begin with all of your chakras, one per day. Do a 7-day detox or chakra energy cleansing, one per day, and see what things work better for you. All right, so this is card C. Card C, which is actually the justice. Let me see, is that justice? Yes, the justice card. Card C says it represents the final synthesis of the horoscope. I am going to say it says the scales and the sword, equilibrium letter. You may be a person that felt as though that you battle between good and evil. Like you know right, you know to do right, you know right for wrong, but oftentimes when you get around certain people, you start partaking um like you're easy to be influenced by the atmosphere of others, if that makes sense, even if it comes to going out of character or doing something that you wouldn't customarily do. That's what it lets me know. Based on pulling this justice card here. So it says positive law, equilibrium, equity, justice, harmony, fatality, subjection to consequential logic. Is that not what I just mentioned? Respect for natural hierarchy and order, rule of life. Yeah, so I believe it's a conflict within, is what it lets me know based on these cards. The negative says prejudices, factions, incorrectness, abuse of power, fraud, injustice, false accusations, loss of a process, problems of all sorts deriving from one's own behavior, arrest. Right, right. I don't show any stability there. It's based on the cards, based on me pulling this shin, and I really like this spread. It's I like the spread. Now, will I actually go? I think the way I would do it next time on next Wednesday is I'm not going to go into the actual Egyptian tarot with each one of the cards. I use my cheat sheet, but what I will do is sum up A, B, and C by using the Egyptian tarot. So I think that would be more because here I am approaching 50 minutes. I think that's how we would do this ultimately. All right, so we're going to proceed with a three card. What does your ancestors, your family lineage want to be conveyed to you? So, Father, give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding. I just summed it up, but we want to get a little bit more in depth clarity. So, let's proceed. Let me meditate, and I'm going to focus. I think the ultimate thing is the authenticity, if that makes sense. I think that's basically the main thing is what your family lineage wants to be conveyed in regards to you. You who will be tuning in or listening in. The authenticity in what you do, right? All right, so I have the arts card, I have spouse turn in the opposite, and I have help. So I think the arts card is a representation of you could very well be somebody who is in a field in regarding the arts, whether it's be music, psychology, philosophy, liberal arts, something that there's not too much labor intensive work, if that makes sense, based on this here. It's what it shows me where there's not a lot of labor intensive work. I have spouse turn in the opposite. So this in turn lets me know you may have, and I get the light to come in again. This in turn lets me know that this is perhaps why there hasn't been, because this reading actually I feel can go for someone between the ages of 35 and 60 years old who is single and not married, never married. And this is what it lets me know. It comes across as being very flaky, phony. Typically, when people feel as though you are fake, quote, or phony and can't be trusted, they wouldn't want to invest any time in you. But one thing I do feel as though you need to focus on is your health. Based on the cards, it brightens up even brighter. This is what your focus need to be on, is your health. And this is coming from ancestors. That's what your focus needs to be on, is your health. Because something lets me know your emotions are tied to things that in this life experience that are not important. Based on the cards. Like I said, I'm going to read it as it may, based on the cards. And the cards really don't lie. To tell you the truth, it doesn't. You know. Alrighty. So so before I go ahead and end on that note, uh let's go back to my schedule. All right, so on Sundays, I'll be doing the spiritual subjects. This coming Sunday, we're going to be speaking about the pendulum board, and I'm actually going to perform a session. And so I'm going to begin to incorporate that into the readings as well. On Mondays, I will continue with the 10 card Celtic Cross. Tuesdays will be this zodiac readings. Wednesday, which is like today, we will continue with the ancestral past life reading with my Egyptian tarot past life and my Uncover Your Past Life oracle cards. I will not be using the guide for all of the Shin crossing. They will just be for the ABC cards. Thursday, we will continue with the light and dark readings. Friday, we will be doing the love readings. And on Saturdays, we will continue with the chakra energy cleansing readings. All right, so I'm going to end with a four card with the Uncover Your Past Life Oracle. Yes, I do believe that this message is very important. We're going to pull this one. Uh-oh. We're going to pull this one. All right, we're going to pull this one, and we're going to pull this one. So I just randomly pick the cards if it resonates, if it doesn't. All right, so abandonment. Something lets me know that, and the way you read the cards is the one that is upright. That's how you read it. Whichever one is standing up, abandonment. From behind, it looks as though you could be someone. I said that you should be by yourself. I showed that you were in some type of, from behind, some type of secret society where someone, I have abandonment and trauma. It may not necessarily be actual abandonment or trauma, but somebody potentially sought you up and they mocked you, is what I feel, is what the truth behind it is. Because I have justice overruling this situation. Because of the energy that I pull, you're the type of person when you get around certain energy space, you want kind of, as they would say, show out or perform, right? So I showed that you was exposed, is what it lets me know. Based on this right here, something about you they exposed you on. Political. This is why I feel as though you was in some type of group, some type of group, special interest group, or what have you, and you was exposed. Like they put your secrets out there, they broke you. That's what I feel. The next card I get is tornado. So I think um that tornado to me lets me know that it's something in relation to your health. You need to get your heart checked, is what it lets me know. You need to get your heart checked. It's something in regards to pressure, is what I feel. And I feel as though it's an urgency, is what it lets me know. It's an urgency. Even though this right here is talking about disaster, this reading is not speaking about disaster. This reading is speaking about what I feel the main corporate is your health. And that's why I pulled the health card. So we need to not be too concerned about personal relationships, but we need to be concerned about one's health ultimately, based on these cards, because the sun just kept raining and raining and raining. So this reading may resonate with many of you out there, all right? All right, so that is your ancestral past life reading for this week. If you're wanting to book a reading, you can go on Calendly, Calendly, Calendly.com/ magic mind medium. I'm only available for 2 sessions Monday through Friday. That's between 8 and 9, 30-minute sessions. Midday on Saturdays and Sundays. So Calendly.com/ magic mind medium. All right, until then, have a safe and wonderful day.